G'day folks, in front of me I have the absolute leviathan of a backpack blower from Ego, LB6000E. This thing looks unreal. Unlike me, for anybody who watches us regularly, I usually can't help myself. I've already cracked the thing out and given it a go. I haven't done that yet. All I've done is pull it out of the box, which I'd have to do an extension to have the box here. But this thing's cool. It comes with the Arc Lithium Ego 56 volt battery. It looks really cool. I have put it on and given it a bit of a wave around. Really cool harness, backpack style, obviously, as you can see. The thing feels comfortable so far. I'm going to give it most of the time with the 7.5 amp hour. We'll do a runtime test on the 7.5 amp hour and then one of the slimmer batteries. But I want to give it a crack with this for most of the test because that's what you're going to want to run it on. So I want to feel what the weight's like and also what the handle's like here. So looking really cool so far. Yeah, I'm going to get into it now. Rightio guys, well, unless you've been sleeping under a rock for the last few minutes, I reckon you're going to have to agree this thing is a powerhouse. It's done everything and more than what I expected. I started this review process about 3 months ago, just as I moved back to Vic, and I thought, oh, this thing could be almost a commercial unit, you know, it's promising some pretty big specs. It absolutely stacks up, and this is a dead set commercial unit. It comes with the 7.5 amp hour Arc Lithium battery, and look, the runtime is fantastic. I didn't do the 3 hours on low runtime test. I wasn't interested in doing that, to be honest, but it holds up, absolutely no dramas on your high and runtime, absolutely superb. So what I just want to say really quick is the articulated arm here is the key. All right, there's two major parts. The articulated arm is the key. That takes all the weight of the fan and the motor and takes that load off. You're not holding a battery. So I really like this arm here. It works well. I would like to see it so that it extends up further. When you raise it right up, it actually locks out. Locks out, I don't know, probably 45, 50 degrees. I tried to cheat and put a PVC pipe couple of 90 degree bends to blow my gutters out, but it didn't work. But be nice to have that go up higher. But hey, the arm does all the work, and that's what causes RSI and types of things in elbows and shoulders with units like this. So that's an absolute cracker. Moving on to the trigger assembly, this can actually move up and down the sleeve, 6 or 8 inches. I think I only ever moved it a couple of times. Little adjustment down the bottom, and you can actually, if I can get it to go, slide it backwards and forwards. It just shows that I haven't actually used it much. Slide it backwards and forwards. I didn't see the need to be honest, but if you've got slightly shorter arms or it's starting to hurt your arm, you can move it backwards and forwards, no dramas. On the trigger assembly here, you've got low at about 400 cubic meters, and then you've got high at around 800, and then pull the trigger and hit turbo as well, and you've got the 1000. Absolute cracker. I, to be honest, probably didn't run it any less than 90% on turbo. It's just sort of how I like to roll. So this thing, yeah, it punches pretty hard. Just want to focus on the harness for a moment, because being a backpack blower, you probably want to focus on the harness and whether it's comfortable or decent or not, because that's where really half your dollars are, I think. This harness looks like it's off a $200 or $300 backpack. So I really like the webbing that I've used, the stitching, the padding. It's this breathable type stuff. It sits really well, it locks up really well. Yeah, it's got good webbing for the straps. The harness is very, very nice. I'll also just quickly say I'm no plasticologist, but the plastic on these clips seemed really good. It got smashed around a bit in the trailer. It actually got ditched in the trailer and travelled a couple of hundred Ks. And the clips are scuffed and a bit dirty, but they're not cracked or busted whatsoever. So I think they did really well. Also, just on that, it was raining most of the time that I had it in the trailer, and I was a bit worried about it. I thought, well, hang on, it's an outdoors backpack blower, so I'm going to see how we go. The thing was perfect. I got up to Yarram, pulled the trigger on it, absolutely no dramas, and it was raining pretty severely. So I was quite impressed with that. Clearly, I didn't film it because I was driving. So other than that, guys, I couldn't think of many improvements on this. I just got to say, it is an absolute beast. The only thing that I would like to see is the fact that I believe it's a full, true commercial unit. I'd like to see a locking button on the trigger. Now, I'm not sure whether the rule makers of whoever it is that oversees OPE say you can't. I wouldn't see why. It's not a chainsaw. But I'd like to see a locking button, because I was using this for extended periods for the last 3 months, and the only negative I could find was, man, I'm just looking for a locking button. You've got such little weight here, it'd just be nice to have it locked on, and you're literally just steering where the air's going. So again, without harping on it too much, I really loved it. The thing seems really tough. I've crunched it as hard as I can. I haven't found a fault with it yet, so I think Ego has really outdone themselves with this. And I'd love to see anybody who thinks that they can take this battery blower on. I'll do a tool fight happily, because I reckon this thing will take it hands down. So really hope you enjoy the video, guys. There's a lot to get through, and I don't want to bore you with a 10-minute wrap up. So please hit me with any questions. We're really active on our YouTube channel with replying to comments, and also don't forget, we're on Instagram and Facebook, and we're really active on that as well. We love to hear your feedback, and we'll try and get back to you ASAP. So please follow us on all those, and certainly comment, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks, guys.